What are you going to do? One more thing before we get into our winners and losers of the week. The Indians, 13-9, game and a half back of the Minnesota Twins, but still controversy with Plesac and Clevinger. Apparently, one of the veteran teammates said in a team meeting that he will opt out if they come back. They've both been optioned to the alternative site. So what do you guys think the future is for those two guys?
I did see some stuff on Twitter that there's a chance that they would be shopping them in the trade market.
I'd take
mainly, yeah, I would too. They're both really good pitchers. The Indians are a team that is probably at some point are looking to rebuild. They're owned by a member of the Dolan family. So it wouldn't surprise me if they return to oblivion at some point. I agree. It was Oliver Perez that came out and said, I'm going to opt out.
Oh, was it? I thought it was anonymous.
Yeah.
I didn't dive deep into it.
I saw it today. His name got attached.
Yeah, but who is Oliver Perez?
He's been in the big leagues for.
I understand that, but it's like if Lindor said that,
it's not the point.
I would
who said it.
Makes a difference.
It's not the point who said it. It's the point of these guys messed up.
That's fair.
The rest of the locker room doesn't want to take that risk.
Right. I wouldn't want him back either because they betrayed their trust.
Yeah.
Especially Mike Clevinger.
Now let me pose this question: what would you want if you were a Cleveland Indian player to gain their trust back? Is it possible at this point?
Not this year.
No.
So you think they should just be? I mean, if you're the Indians, 13-9, game and a half behind the Twins in the division. Top two teams make the playoffs in each division with the wild cards. So most teams make the playoffs. Would you be willing, if you were a member of the Cleveland Indians, to not forgive, not be best friends with them, but say, for our chance of winning, let's bring these guys back.
There without you, though.
I mean, didn't the same thing kind of happen with Rudy Gobert during the NBA restart, where they didn't love him because of what he did, but they understood that for a working relationship to work in order to win.
In the NBA, they're in a bubble. So Rudy Gobert can't mess up. But these guys could go out and do it again. They just won't make it public. They could go out and they can go out to dinner and they can go to a casino, but they're just not going to tell anyone about it. They're not in a bubble.
So you think there's no way to make it work with a working relationship just to finish the season and hopefully go for a run for the World Series?
Personally, I wouldn't, but that's just me.
Okay. I
have no reason to trust them.
I was asking the question, you answered it. So
yeah, I have no reason to trust them. They've already betrayed my trust once. Why do I got to trust them again?
Tyler, would there be anything for them to do if you were one of their teammates to, get a working relationship to try to go for a run in the playoffs, or do you think they just can't come back this year?
No, so I feel like I'm in the minority here where yes, this was a big mistake from both of these guys, but there have been cases it didn't infect the team. I know they caught it early, which was good. Not that either of them even had it, but there have been two instances with the Marlins and the Cardinals where teams have done much worse. They've got into crowded places.
The Reds too.
I'm sure the Reds also. I'm sure these guys, when they went out to dinner, I don't know if that's just a code word for what they actually did, which I assume they actually just went out to dinner. But you're sitting at a table, it's a very normal thing. It's not frowned upon within the COVID guidelines of 2020. But I guess in terms of respect for your team and not wanting to bring it back, I completely understand, and it's unacceptable. You can't do that. But when you look at it, at the end of the day, there are millions, tens of millions of Americans that are just going out to eat. And I'm sure there wasn't indoor dining. It was probably outdoor dining, which is also fine.
Yeah, I just went out to eat.
I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it's just the trust factor and the respect for the rest of your team and how much it could actually influence. And I completely understand that side of it. But
listen,
I don't think it's a huge, massive deal.
I agree. I don't think it's a huge deal either, but it's just the point where it's just stupid.
It's just a violation of trust.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
These guys, at the end of the day, what's most important is health. And whether some people believe in the virus or not, or some people believe in how deadly it is or not, whatever, that's not for us to say. The point is, baseball-wise, you're trying to go out and win a World Series. You're trying to go out and do this, that, and the other thing. And at the end of the day, these teams aren't socially distant, right? So, the guys in the Indians bullpen or the Indians dugout are not socially distant from each other. So if one of them gets it, there's a good chance that they're all going to get it, like we saw with the Marlins, like we saw with the Cardinals, and we're seeing with the Reds. So that's just the end of the day. It's just not a good look.